Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alicia. Thank you all so very much for being here with me. Y'all are the best. Always, always, always. Thank you very much. Um, you know, I've been asked to do some twin flame readings, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to bring the bowl call in spirit, and we're going to find out what is going on in a particular twin flame collective. Now, I have to tell you something that I have been picking up on energetically before we begin. Um, I know, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Some of you have been feeling the vibe of your counterpart creeping in. I know I've been feeling mine as well. And I don't know what's going on, if it's this Mercury retrograde that's like amping everything up, but I do feel there will be some connections made with our counterparts during the retrograde season, which is starting on the 9th, and it goes for about 3 weeks. But anyway, I want to read on that. What can we expect during this Mercury retrograde if you do find yourself in a twin flame connection? Okay, so I'll probably get a few of these readings and just see whatever's strongest in the collective right now. Okay, here we go. I actually called this deck. So I'm calling on spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, what is the overall energy between these particular counterparts we're reading on today? What is the overall energy between them? Okay, I want to see that first. Getting to know each other. I feel like this one wants to come out as well. Wow, wedding. Getting to know each other and wedding. That's kind of funny. It's like this to me is like, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. It's usually talking about, two people who are just getting together, and wedding is like, boop, it's like the opposite end of the extreme there. We do have it is safe for you to love at the bottom of the deck. So open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And then, of course, we have this situation involves marriage. So we're going to go ahead and clarify this energy. Now, with this Mercury retrograde, I do feel like, a lot of us, I mean, it happens with every retrograde where you perhaps come back together or reconnect with someone from the past. You might find that past someone returning to your life. Now, I know not everybody here is looking forward to that, but I gotta say, whether or not, um, yeah, I mean, whether this doesn't matter what judgment you place on a person coming back from your past. Usually these things happen so that something can be healed and then completely released, or something new can be experienced between the two of you. Some of the time, and I do feel with this energy that we're reading on right now in this reading, this is speaking to divine counterparts who are perhaps coming together because there's more work to be done between the two of them, or there's something else that they need to experience together. I do feel like there has been some time and separation here between these twins for sure. Because with this getting to know each other energy, we have, perhaps a conversation that gets started, where the two of you are reconnecting and almost like relearning about one another because there has been time and growth and a lot of space between the two of you. So I like that as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So there could be a conversation here. Now, as I split the deck, I do have the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, this is something that has been perhaps a long time coming, and you may not even, if you're resonating with being divine feminine energy, which we have a lot here in our tribe. So I'm going to read it for the feminine. You may be hearing a message here coming from your masculine counterpart, and I don't feel like you're necessarily like you may have a little bit of a, I wonder if they're going to reach out to me because of the retrograde energy, but I feel like you're not really waiting for it. I don't feel like you're really putting a lot of stock into whether or not they reach out, just because I do see you focusing on, yourself, your business, your finances, or perhaps just your own life, self-love, self-care, really truly, just building your own empire, I get, or like working on that glow up energy. I see a lot of yellow here, and yellow does represent joy in the tarot here. So I do feel like you may not be expecting this communication to come through. And I'm kind of getting like confession energy. It's something that feels like it's a long time coming. And here we have, I saw it, the tower underneath the deck here, or underneath this Knight of Pentacles. Now I'm going to shuffle, but it is that energy of kind of it coming out of nowhere, a communication coming out of nowhere. All right, so let's get to know what this is all about. Communication that comes in, it kind of, I don't feel like it's blindsiding you. I just feel like, you're not holding your breath. You're not really holding your breath for it, okay? But I feel like you'll be surprised here. We do have the Page of Wands. So yeah, communication coming in. Now we'll see what's this Page of Wands all about, because I'm reading with the After Tarot here. And I always get a little bit of, usually with the Page of Wands, it's a really exciting, good news energy. But in this particular deck, the imagery looks like, this masculine was very perhaps pumped. It's only moments after the regular Rider-Waite. So this is how you interpret this deck. It's like usually the Page of Wands is really pumped and very excited to talk about, whatever it is that's been on their mind. And they're really super charged and passionate. And here we have them walking away, kind of with their head held down, and a feminine figure here in the back. Like, I'm not sure if the feminine, maybe they're afraid that the feminine's going to send them away, or the feminine's not going to talk. We have Justice. Okay, yeah, that's kind of coming up here. I do feel like, what's this? Seven of Cups. In the past, between the two of you, there was definitely some choices that were made that, basically the masculine did not choose the feminine. Okay, in a nutshell. Of course, if you're feminine and you resonate with that energy, you know how awful that would feel, how awful it does feel. It sent you into your own space, of having to refocus your own life and rebuild and put yourself back together, because I feel like it would have been very devastating for you. But let me tell you, this masculine, when they reach out to you, when they reach out to you, I feel like they are going to be coming back through and almost a bit like begging for your forgiveness, or begging for you to speak to them, or, saying something along the lines of, please, will you just hear me out? I do know that I made the wrong decision. I do know that, I should have done things differently, or there could even be an apology here. They do understand that there is, at this point in time between the two of you, uh, they understand that you may not be necessarily open to coming back together in some way, or even speaking to them. They don't know, right? So they just know that they've done you dirty, or they did you wrong, or whatever. Maybe the timing was off, and they had other things going on in their lives. It could be a lot of things. It doesn't always have to be like super hella toxic. It could just be like, you know circumstances. People have different paths, and these divine counterpart situations are not always like, well, first of all, they're not always easy. They're never easy, in fact. And usually they are pretty inconvenient in some ways, like where, timing is off, or lessons need to be learned, or someone's not ready, or, all the things, right? People get triggered, and we learn and we grow, and all these things. So I feel like, there's an awareness that's going on. And I do feel like the masculine energy is very much being pulled towards communicating with the feminine, because first of all, they have to get this off their chest. They want to, not have to, they want to get this off their chest. They want to express themselves. They want to communicate. They want to apologize, and they want to give some sort of explanation. Something that, it's a conversation that, it's a deep conversation that they want to have here, but they are aware that it might not go the way perhaps that they have planned or their highest hopes. But at this point, I'm picking up that this masculine's like, well, I've got nothing left to lose, right? What's the worst that can happen is the feminine's going to say, okay, no, thank you. You know what I mean? So I feel like they're coming to this space and time where it's like they're wanting to at least offer some type of explanation as to why it didn't work out or why it wasn't the right time or what was going on with them. Okay. They do want to come in and at least, put it right in that sense and at least let you in on what was going on with them. Okay. So there's this getting to know each other. I feel like there's a part of their life that perhaps you weren't really aware of or something going on with them, obviously behind the scenes here. Okay. Now, let's get into this. I don't know, it's such an extreme because it's like, first of all, what is this wedding energy? Like, why is this coming up? Because it does seem very extreme. There hasn't even been a conversation yet, and we have this wedding energy. So I just want to clarify why that's showing up here. Because it feels like to me that it would take quite a few steps to get to that wedding kind of a vibe. The situation involves marriage. Well, no, I mean, look at what flipped over, y'all. The 10 of Cups. See, here's the thing. This masculine could be definitely in a time and space now where they feel like they are ready to settle down, or they're wanting to settle down, and they've been thinking about the feminine. They have been, I don't feel like they ever stop thinking about the feminine or thinking about the connection, because I mean, just as heavily as the connection has weighed upon you, or how you haven't been able to forget them, it's the same for them too. And I mean, it would be a lot nicer if they just like come out and admit it or say it or communicate that, like, oh my gosh, I haven't been able to get you off my mind either. Like, it's, I think about you always. It's unlike any other love I've ever known, that kind of an energy, right? But they do know that. They feel the same as the feminine feels. Okay. Um, but for the masculine, especially if the masculine is the runner, they definitely are doing their job by running. They're playing their role, right? And it really freaked them out, the intensity and all the things. And I feel like you've heard a million other readings that, will tell you that. But it's like they're at this point right now is what I'm seeing with this 10 of Cups energy, where it's like they can no longer ignore the pull to fulfill the soul contract the two of you have, or to to come together. Okay, to come together and to at least try and have a conversation or a level of understanding. I'm feeling a very peaceful energy. I do feel like the feminine that is in this collective, I feel like, of course you have divine free will. You can say yes, you can say no, you can whatever, see how it goes. But I do feel like, I feel feminine has at least at one point in time felt the same way for the masculine. Like, I only see you as being the one that I want to spend the rest of my life with, or the one that I want to be with. You're the one that fulfills me in all of the ways, you know. And I've always seen a future with you. Okay. I've always seen that potential. Now, this is what they're coming through to communicate about towards the feminine, is how they do feel that same way. So I feel like it's something that they cannot, hold back anymore. It just feels like they can't hold back anymore. And this Mercury retrograde is actually happening in Libra, right? And Libra is all about relationships and our partnerships and stuff like that. And bringing balance. And here we have this Libra energy, justice. Okay. And I just feel, I just feel like a desire to want to at least reconnect and get back into one another's lives, and not jump straight into a marriage, but at least acknowledge that the two of you feel the same way towards one another. Okay. I do have this: it's safe for you to love, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So I do feel like a message from spirit is coming through saying, it is okay to explore this. At the very least, it's okay to listen to one another, get to know one another again, see what's going on here. We do have the 4 of Cups. Hold on one second. I feel like Four of Cups, King of Cups. A lot of emotions being spilled here. A lot of emotions being spilled. We have the Four of Swords. I'm just going to put this down and then I'm going to read the energy because it all fell out for a reason. The Fool, the Ten of Swords. So already we have two tens. Endings and new beginnings. We have the Six of Cups, not surprised, and the Sun. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Wands, okay? And you'll see the Two of Wands in this energy is a masculine and feminine energy coming together to share their world. And they've both made that decision to come together. So there is a huge theme here in this reading, something that could be happening for you during the retrograde, okay, is a conversation that will come through that has the potential to really, truly move things along within this connection. Now, we're not going to be ignoring a lot of the difficulty and a lot of the pain that has happened here in the past. I feel like it's something that's going to be processed. Hold on one second. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be processed, okay? Because with the Four of Swords, this is an energy of, you know, kind of resting and regrouping and, you know, really processing what has gone on before. And of course, those Three of Swords, those three swords are hanging up on the wall here. It's like we're going to think of, we've already had our time to think about things, to think about what we want to say, to think about what had happened, you know. And I do feel from the masculine's perspective, like there was a lot of love here. We have the King of Cups, and they've been very much disappointed in themselves for a very long time, I'm seeing here, because I do feel like they took an opportunity, a divine blessing from God, and basically they took a divine blessing, a divine opportunity here from God, and blessed and dumped it out, okay, or rejected it. You know, like they didn't take an opportunity with the feminine at the time. So there's been a lot of regret. There's been a lot of processing. There's been a lot of thinking and analyzing, and there's been a lot of sadness and lonesome energy I'm getting here, you know. Now it could have, you know, affected the feminine as well. Obviously here there would have been sadness over what has gone on in the past, how the situation wasn't fair, and basically just how, you know, what I see here in this reading is that the masculine chose something perhaps materially or something more 3D over going with the depth of the connection, or going to where they were feeling led to spiritually or by their heart here, or being, you know, they just didn't trust it for whatever reason. That's their own journey, right? We don't really need to go into it a lot, because I do feel like that'll be part of the conversation here. And of course, each person's experience is going to be just a little bit different. So what I'm seeing is that, you know, there has been a lot of regret, and again, a lot of time and space between the two of you to think about things, okay? For it's safe for you to love. You know, I don't feel like this masculine is coming back in with any ill intention, as far as like coming back in to just hook you or play games or, you know, anything like that. I feel like this is going to be a very open, honest, and truthful communication that comes through, because they just can no longer take sitting in this energy of, you know, being on the outs with you or having silence. You know, again, I do feel like there's a lot of love and a lot of, I just heard like wasted time as well. Okay. So I do feel like there is going to be some processing and an open discussion about what it is that has gone down, how the two of you have felt. I mean, I feel like it's going to be a very comfortable and safe um, conversation that's going to take place. I don't feel a lot of high drama. I actually feel a lot of peace. So there could be this conversation could help to restore some peace and balance between the two of you at this point in time, which again would allow for a brand new beginning. And talking about this Mercury retrograde and a retrograde, the Mercury lemonade. Oh my gosh, Mercury retrograde energy is that, again, this is an opportunity to leave the past in the past where it belongs, right? There's some good memories, there's some difficult memories, there was challenges, good times, happy times, like, you know, And I do feel like both will be discussed. Both will be discussed. There will be some reminiscing. There will be a lot of nostalgia here with the Six of Cups. There may even be discussions about past life memories that the two of you share, or some revelations that the masculine has had, or vice versa. Feminine could be expressing some memories that have resurfaced, from past lives between the two of you. I just feel like there is an opportunity, and there is, I feel like the universe is pushing masculine and feminine in this particular collective to almost wipe the slate clean, in a sense, where they have something else to do. There's something, it's like next level now, okay? It's coming back together, it's reaching understanding, it's taking things from the next level. And it's, I feel like it's a happy energy. I feel like the end result, the sun here, is really, obviously, I mean, it sounds a little bit crazy to be like, this is wedding type of an energy. 10 of Cups, Six of Cups, the Fool, the Sun, Justice, like that does kind of support this, wedding vibe, right? I'm not saying y'all are going to run off into the sunset during the Mercury retrograde, but the conversations that start during this retrograde are going to lead you down that road. Okay, for this particular collective, there will be a decision that the two of you are going to work on things together, work on this connection, and really truly get to know each other again from a much more, like, the both of you are more wise. You know yourselves, you know each other. I feel like both people, both both twins, both counterparts, do know a lot more about the journey, as well, their own spiritual journey, the twin flame journey, and their progress, their trials, tribulations, the challenges, the lessons, the karma. There's a lot more understanding here, is what I'm getting. And so these two have done a lot of work individually, um, on their own healing. And that really is truly the purpose of these twin flame connections. Okay. It really is that. It's not about romantic physical union. Of course, that's like, the icing on the cake, the cherry on top, all of those things. It's the bonus, but the real purpose of these journeys is to come back to the self, and really truly lead yourself back to spirit, connect with your own spirituality, and really truly grow and evolve and to heal more than anything. I mean, that's why the counterparts will trigger one another. They actually come in to give the exact triggers that one another needs in order to release something, whether it's trauma or anything like that from this life or past life, right? Together, not together, it can be so many different things. But the two of you come in to, basically, it might even feel like the two of you met and ruined one another's lives. But that's actually not what it is for this collective. There's already an understanding that it's like, at the time it felt like you were ruining my life, but really you were helping me fix my life. You know what I mean? So it's an intensity. There's an understanding between these two that we're reading on here. And there is going to be a decision to, okay, now that we both understand that, now that we both feel safe, to truly openly express ourselves to one another, without fear of being judged, or fear of rejection, or fear of abandonment, or whatever these issues were, right? Whatever all the things were between the two of you, there is now a very peaceful energy between you. And this is something that's coming in for a particular group. Okay. If you don't feel like this is a collective that's going to reconnect, who, again, there is, I don't feel like there's a lot of animosity. I feel like there's a lot of understanding. Okay. There could still be hurt feelings, for sure. But overall, I do feel like you still wish one another well. You don't have to be in complete separation either. This could be a set of divine counterparts who sometimes talk. Okay, it's not always a fight, but there usually is some kind of, at one point or some point, there usually would be a point that you might butt heads. Okay, or run into some stubborn stuff, or that chaser runner thing, whatever, could come back into play. But this time around, I feel like it's just the energy's a little bit different. And again, I feel like there has been a lot of healing in this particular collective. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just take, I'm curious, I'm going to take one of these oracles here. This is from a deck that I made, and they will be available for sale soon, y'all. I did order them, so I'm just waiting for them to come in. And when they come in, I'll let you know. I did only order 50, but whoa. Okay, hold on. All right, so let's see what we have here. We had two that fell out. Now these are interesting. I can't forgive or let go. Okay, so I do feel like that's an energy that the two of you were perhaps kind of in at one point towards one another. I don't feel like that's current. Or maybe it is. Maybe someone is tuning in who feels this way. I can't forgive or let go. If that's the case, then I guess that is what your response would be. And that could be somebody here that, even though the masculine wants to come in, even though, you know, the masculine wants to come in and have this conversation, some of you are going to decide that. Some of you are going to say, okay, I can't forgive, I can't let go. Maybe you don't see them in the same way anymore. Maybe you're interested in something new altogether. And, you know, again, we have divine free will. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay. There really isn't. Some of you could just wanting to be talking about that energy you were in towards them at one point. You know, I mean, that's coming up for a reason. So let me know if you're resonating with that energy. I can't forgive or let go. And that would just indicate that you would have forgiving, first of all, forgiving, especially a twin flame. You're really offering forgiveness towards the self. So if you feel like you can't forgive your twin, then you're not really forgiving yourself. Then they are an expression of you as well. So, I mean, there's a little bit of work that would need to be done. And you forgive people for yourself, not necessarily for them, because holding on to resentment, it really only poisons the self, right? I mean, so if you're finding yourself in a space where you can't forgive or let go, that doesn't mean because you decide to forgive and let go, it doesn't mean that you have to welcome them back into your life. You know, this could be a chance to work through some of those issues and heal those and let them go once and for all. Let this person go once and for all. And I mean, again, it's your prerogative. So for those of you who are tuning in and feel that way, that's a message for you. Okay. Or this could be an explanation. I mean, it can go a lot of ways here because it's general, it's open, it hasn't happened yet. At least for the majority of you, I'm reading on something that's coming in towards you. So if there's an I can't forgive or let go, that could be part of what has the masculine is going to talk about something in their life they couldn't forgive, they couldn't let go, and it was holding up the connection. You know, something, you know, the connection with you, it was holding that up because there was something in their lives that they had to forgive and let go of, and in order to even be open to, you know, being here for you or whatever the case, right? Communicating. So we have you're the only one who really gets me. And that again is kind of like getting to know one another. It's like the two of you here have spent many lifetimes together. Okay, y'all know each other. It's a familiar vibe. I mean, you know, if you're a twin, then you know what I'm talking about. That's, you know, I feel like it's just going to be recognized. Like you're the only one who really gets me. And that's because, you know, we're the same vibe, really, right? You know, of course. Sorry, y'all. I keep having to pause the video because I do have a little bit of a cold here that's come on. And I do thank you all for your remedies and advice and all of the good things. I am on the lemon and honey and all the stuff for my throat. I do appreciate it. But anyway, so you're the only one who really gets them. There's just basically going to be some things that are good to hear, I feel like. We have some more here. Okay. Blame it all on my ego. So they're going to be talking about, you know, I think that goes with I can't forgive or let go, blame it all my ego. They're going to be talking about basically the space. Yeah, I have father issues. I'm healing from a broken heart. About, you know, what their experience was, parts of them that you didn't really know about, or parts of them that they were never opening up to express. So you are really going to get to know one another on a much deeper level. Emotionally, I feel like obviously spiritually there is that familiarity. You do instantly understand each other and have that bond, that's, unbreakable in that sense if y'all are divine counterparts. But now there's going to be a more like, understanding of what has been going on, and an opening up and a sharing that is really going to allow both of you to get to know one another on a much deeper level. Okay. But this is the reason why this is happening now is because, again, this masculine is very much motivated to get to a peaceful space within this connection, because they already know, and I feel like they've known for a long time, that the two of you are like spiritually already together. Like, you're already connected. It feels like you are their spirit husband or spirit wife or whatever. Like, it's already something that's supposed to be. It's a blessed union, okay? The two of you have been blessed. The two of you are meant to be, like all that kind of energy. So there is that recognition, and then there is this wanting, like not even a willingness to, because that, I don't know. It's just there's a desire for surrender to the divine, to the higher power, to you know to do what is they feel called to do, and they also feel like it's part of their destiny, right? Is to come together and to be with you in some type of way, be with their feminine. Okay. So there will be these deep conversations here. They will open up about perhaps father issues here, or maybe you will. I mean, this will be a conversation that goes back and forth. So I don't know your situation or your person personally. So there could be, again, back and forth on these deeper issues, right? This conversation that will allow the two of you not only to get to know one another a lot better, but it's like kind of like confession vibes, but it's going to help the two of you feel safe. And it's going to help the two of you build a much stronger foundation on an energy of peace, love, and forgiveness. Okay. And it's really just a beautiful, it does really feel like an opportunity to come together and do things differently this time around. Okay. And that's what I'm picking up for this reading in particular. I'm going to get some love oracle on this. And I am going to do, I know I'm going to continue to do other readings as well, but we are going to do a few twin flame readings because they are the most requested. They are the most requested. And they are also, YouTube has given me some like analytics. I'm actually working with a, what do they call themselves? Agents. And they've given me like a list of search terms that y'all are punching in, and the majority is twin flame stuff, divine feminine, divine masculine stuff. And that's really how I started with this channel. I'm still going to do a ton of self-love and whatever else comes up, but I am going to go back to incorporating more twin flame readings if that's what people are looking for, right? Okay. Here in our tribe. Okay. So anyways, I'm going to be doing, whatever you guys want, whatever kind of readings y'all want. I have decided to take a break at least this month from zodiacs because I am going to be opening up personals by the end of this week. They will be open. Okay. Or even, yeah, I don't know. I won't be able to start them until next week because we are just getting back on a school schedule, but I am going to open them this week. Okay. They might even be below this reading if you take a look. Okay. And of course, the folks who are in our Good Vibe tribe over at Buy Me a Coffee will get a discount on those readings and the first slots as well. Okay. So there is a benefit in being a monthly supporter here of the channel. Okay. So yeah, let's just get an overall vibe here and then we'll continue. We'll go forward with more readings. Okay. I'm sending you lots of love. Yeah, sending you lots of love. More readings will be coming down the line. I'm just settling into new routine and it's awesome. I'm here for it. So here we have this beautiful imagery. Okay, so it says, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. I just feel like that's a really nice message, it really is. So you deserve to feel joyful. Allow joy into your life now. Regardless of if this is happening for you or not, you deserve to feel joyful, okay? I just wanted to put that in, okay? I feel like there will be a lot of joy between the two of you, again, with the sun energy. This is really beautiful. It's like the two of you are going to be feeling very positive about this conversation and very positive about the growth. Not only that the two of you have um, done on your individual paths and journeys, but on this connection and the potential for a beautiful future here. Okay, because what I see here right now is potential for growth. Okay, potential for growth. What do we have here? Oh, well, here we go. This is the art. I love to look at the image. And it says, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Okay. Definitely. I mean, this is what it's going to be about. I feel like it's going to be um, just an expression of feelings. It's going to be a confession and a very emotional expression, emotional conversation. And it's going to be quite nice, actually. I do feel like it might be about, again, some difficult subject matter, but it's going to feel really good and very balanced. Okay, it's going to feel nice. It's going to feel warm. It's going to feel safe, right? It's going to feel like a safe conversation. Okay, so we have this energy here. Romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. Okay, so I feel like this is a beautiful romantic new beginning as well, for the two of you, and really has the potential to grow into something, again, that would end in that marriage energy, or if marriage is not your thing, whatever that is, of union coming together. Okay. All right, I'm sending you a lot of love, y'all. This has been a very nice, peaceful reading. Again, any links you need to see in the description will be in the description box below. I might, definitely start opening the personal readings up today. Also, it's the end of the reading, y'all. Okay, so I do want to definitely show you this beautiful peach moonstone heart that I have, and of course, it is linked to the divine feminine energy. Actually, peach moonstone, it's actually really beautiful, and it is infused with the energy of the reading. In fact, all the crystals here are. So anyone who is interested, I'm not going to go through every single crystal that's here, but there are some really cool ones. Labradorite leaf, and like Sodalite cloud, and all these towers, and there's an Obsidian Cube. This is so sweet. So I've basically got new stock of crystals here for y'all to like. Look how that stands up. I don't know if you can really see, but it's cool. It's like stands up. But anyways, so there's going to be a whole bunch of links if you're called to any one of these crystals here. More clouds and stars and polychrome jasper and moss agate, all the things. So I'll list it all in the description box below if anyone's interested. And again, if anything particularly calls to you, you'll be able to find it. But for this particular reading, I am definitely connecting the peach moonstone. Okay. So I was just going to sit here. Okay, for now. Anyways, I'm sending you lots of love. I will be back soon. Take care.